Good morning, everybody. Let's pop this away. How's everyone feeling? Hope you're doing well today. We've got a couple minutes before we get started on today's Pilates class. So sit back, relax, and make sure that you have water, towel, space, whatever you need to help yourself feel comfortable during this session. Good morning, one and all. Good morning. Excellent. We'll give everyone a chance just to log in. Things you might need for this session will be something to support your head during our initial preparation phase, so the start of our workout where we warm up. I use a yoga block just to help support my head, but you might want to get a cushion or roll up a towel or a jumper, just something to support your head for a small section of the class. But then keep it close just in case, because you might want to use it for other sessions or other exercises within the class. 2 minutes and then we're going to be on our way. Ooh. Who's feeling fantastic today? Or let's see what words everyone can use to describe how they feel. Some positive words, big ones: awesome, fantastic, spectacular, amazing, beautiful, sexy, whatever it is. Let me know. Pick a word, single word to describe how you're feeling today. Nice positive one. I find long or big words with positive meanings are very powerful to the mindset, and I'm sure for a lot of people, I can't speak for everyone, but the mindset is a big challenge if you're struggling to find things to do and stay upbeat and uplifted. Nice big words, positive vibes always helps. As always, if this is your first time doing this class and your introduction to Pilates, this is a mat-based Pilates class, so we'll be on the floor. You don't need a mat, but we'll be on the floor for the majority of this workout. If you're returning, welcome back. We are going to just mix it up slightly. I've introduced a few moves. I've removed or changed how we initiate some of the other exercises as well, to make it slightly easier, hopefully, for a couple of individuals. So we'll see how it goes. It's my first time doing this sequence. So we're about to get started now. Let's begin by laying flat on our backs. With the legs extended in this nice relaxed position. From here, we're just going to focus on the breathing and settle into ourselves, our bodies, and get some length through our bodies. So imagine there's a string tied to your crown, the crown of your head being pulled, stretching out the neck and pulling the head away from the shoulders. Get some length in the neck And then once you feel like you've got that stretch, just tuck the chin slightly to bring your head back into its natural position. Go ahead and pull those heels away from the body. So you're pulling it down and away from you, keeping them on the ground, but stretching out the legs. Take those arms and slide them down the floor towards your heels, feeling your shoulders separate from your ears. So you should feel slightly longer now, which is great for those vertically challenged. Get that length in you. Taking the hands and interlacing them, place them on the rib cage, just at the base of the rib cage. And just feel the ribs. As you breathe in, you want the ribs to open and expand out to the sides. As you breathe out, fingers slide back together, rib cages close in. So breathe in, rib cages open out to the side, fingers separate. Breathe out, fingers slide back together, rib cage closes. So we're practicing that lateral breathing here. So you notice you're able to breathe a little bit deeper into the back of your spine, back of your rib cage, and down into the bottom of your lungs. On the next breath, just pull the heels in, sliding them along the floor, feet flat on the ground, bend in the knees. Bring those feet together and creating a diamond with your hands, thumbs together, fingers together, thumbs on your navel, fingertips on your pubic bone. Imagine your hips are like a cog. We're going to roll that cog towards us, feeling our lower back push into the mat, creating an imprint, and our abs engaging. Your fingertips will rise. Roll in the opposite direction, creating an arch in the lower back. Thumbs rise. And just keep working in between that arch and that imprint to loosen up the lower spine. Just a few more. Practicing that lateral breathing as you're rolling through. So we're getting that deep breathing, which adds quality to your movement. So on the next breath, I just want you to relax into a position that's somewhere in between that arch and that imprint to find that nice natural curve in your lower spine. Excellent. So now, placing your hands by your side, we're going to start with some spine twists. So let's get the hands out to the side in line with your shoulders, and here is where you can use that support for your neck, placing that cushion underneath your head and hands out to the side. We're going to start by rolling our hips to the left, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat, going as far as you can comfortably go. You'll be looking in the opposite direction to where your knees are pointing. Looking at the hand, you're going to bring that hand all the way over as you breathe out, coming up and over, hands meeting evenly. Breathe in and out as you roll all the way back over to the start. Breathe in and out. Bring hands together. Breathe in and out. Separate the hands. One more. Breathe in and out. Bringing the hands together. So always pausing to breathe in and out as you move. Back to the start. Bringing the hips to center and all the way over. So this is helping to loosen up our upper spine and lower spine as well. Hands together, breathe in, breathe out, and meet the hands. Pause to breathe in and out as you open up. Breathe in and out, hands together. 2 more times. Breathe in and out, separating the hands again. Last time. Out and open. Good. Bring the hips all the way over. Breathing in and out. Bring the hips all the way over again. So now just rolling through the hips. Breathing out through the movement. Breathing in as you hold. Last time, bringing it back to center. And pause in here. Bringing your hands back by your side. And you can remove that support. Hands by your side. And we are now focusing on just getting some movement through the hips. We want to keep the hips stable. As we breathe out, we're sliding the heel away. Hips stay stable, but we're working that joint without rolling in through the hips itself. So breathe in and out as you slide away. Breathe in and breathe out as you pull the heel back in. So just working that single leg. One more. And pull it back in. Switching legs on the next breath out. Keeping that nice natural curve through the lower spine. And still breathing out laterally. Oops. I switch legs. Final time. Pull it back in. And hold. Alternating left and right arm. Single arm floats on the breath out. Lift that arm overhead, keeping the torso nice and stable. Breathing in and exhaling as you bring it back. Switch arms. So really focusing on keeping the torso stable, hips stable, just moving through that range of motion in the shoulder. And going as far as you can comfortably go. One more time on each side. Last time. Bringing it back. And resting in the start position. So from this position where our feet are together, open up the feet, then open the heels. Your feet should be hip width apart now. We're going to raise our knees over our hips and keeping that nice parallel shins compared to the ground. So a nice smooth line. Imagine there's a bowl of water sitting on the shins. You're trying not to spill a drop. Maintain that nice alignment through the lower spine, shoulders stable, lateral breathing, and keep that L shape through the hips here and through the knees. We're going to lower our heels to the ground, moving our thighs away from us. Heels touch the ground lightly, breathing in and then out as we come back up. Breathing in to pause, out as we come back down. Just warming up the core and up. Just a little bit more. And down. And up. Final time, bringing it down. And resting in this position. Beautifully done. Placing the hands behind the ears and getting that length in your shoulder, in the neck again. Tucking the chin slightly. We're going to work some abdominal prep here. Curl up on the breath out through the neck, tucking the chin, and then lifting the chest, raising the shoulders and upper back off the mat, holding to breathe in. Exhale, slowly roll back down, feeling the shoulders touch the mat, then the upper back. And finally, keeping that neck stretched, untucking the chin, breathing in and out, tuck chin, lift, shoulders, upper back. Coming up, holding, breathing out and rolling back down. One section at a time. One more time. So here we're really focusing on engaging every part of your abs, curling into it and slowly unrolling, keeping that length through the body, through the neck, and relaxing here. Bringing those heels in slightly, keeping your hands by your ears, going back to that original pelvic tilt that we started with. On the next breath out, tuck the pelvis and lift the hips, coming up. Squeezing your glutes at the top, push the hips up, keeping a nice smooth line through the torso. Next breath out, come back down, feeling your shoulders, mid-back, lower back making contact with the ground. Lastly, untucking the pelvis, breathing in, and as we exhale, we're now tucking the chin, going back into that abdominal prep, lifting through the chest, coming up, holding at the top to breathe in and down, keeping the length in the neck, breathing in, tucking the pelvis and lifting, keeping those hips nice and stable, pushing evenly through the heels, breathing out and coming back down, working from the top of the spine all the way down, finally untucking the pelvis again, breathing in, exhale, tuck the chin, keep the length in the neck, lift chest. Breathing out, coming back down. On the next breath, tuck pelvis, lift through the hips. It's the final time. Slowly rolling back down. And relaxing here. Beautiful. Placing the hands down by the sides. Reposition yourself if necessary. That was beautifully done. So from here, loosen up my thighs. We're going into a teaser prep. So you can have those hands by your side. We'll return back to that original position where the ears are behind the hands are behind the ears. As we curl up into our chest, a crunch, we're lifting that chest, tucking that chin, lifting up and extending one leg as we lift up. Point the toe, stretch out that leg, slowly coming back down on the next breath, pulling the leg back in, unrolling all the way, keeping the length in the neck. Breathe in, exhale, curl up, alternating between legs. So now extending the opposite leg as we lift. Breathe out, pull back in and down. We're going to add a little bit of speed to that motion now, as you know what to expect. It's a deep breath in, exhale, lift, coming up, exhale, come down, breathing in and exhaling, coming up, in and out as we come down, breathe in and out as we lift, breathe in and out as we come down again and up. One more time on each side, and down and up and down and up and down and rest. Hands back by your side. Excellent. Going into our shoulder bridge once more. Roll that pelvis, feel that imprint. As you breathe out, push through the hips, lifting, nice straight spine, breathing out to the side and down. And up as you breathe out, tucking the pelvis, lifting up, feeling your back pull off the mat, holding here. And from here, we're going to lift our left leg first, extend all the way up, keeping our hips from rolling. So that is my natural hip position right there. Holding this position, as you breathe out, we're going to work through a range of motion, lowering that leg, keeping those hips nice and fixed, bringing it parallel to the ground and raise it back up. Breathe in and out, lower. Breathe in and out, lift. One last time. Breathe in and out, lower. Keeping the hips up. Breathe in and out, lift. Replacing that foot on the mat, staying up. Extend and lift opposite leg. Fix those hips. On the next breath out, lower. Beautifully done. Breathe in and out, lift. Breathe in and out, lower. In and out, lift. And return foot to the mat. Slowly feeling your upper back, mid back and lower back, making contact with the floor, finally untucking the pelvis. Pull your thighs into the chest. Just stretch out that lower back a little bit. Nice stretch right there. Excellent. Grab the ankles. I want you to lift the chest a little bit more into your thighs and pull your thighs into your chest a little bit more. From here, nice deep breath in. Double leg stretch. Breathe out. Extend legs up. Keep your chest lifted. On next breath out, pull it back in. Really curl into yourself. Keep those abdominals nice and engaged. Next breath out, lift. And back in. Breathe in and out, lift. Breathe in and out. Back in. And return back down to the mat. Excellent work. Beautifully done. We're coming up onto our forearms, shifting our elbows back behind us, keeping the chest lifted for these hip twists. We're going to bring those knees above our hips again and imagine that bowl of water on your shins, just resting. You don't want to spill a drop here. From here, we're going to twist our hips to one side, keeping both forearms on the mat. Go as far as you can comfortably go, pausing to breathe in, exhaling as you work through a range of motion. You might need to breathe in halfway and then out as you lift. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Coming back to center, holding this position. You're doing marvelous here. Let's keep going. So we're going to do a double knee fold. From here, keeping that nice tall spine and a nice long neck, lowering the toes down to the ground, keeping that nice L shape through the knees. Go as far as you can go. Breathe out and bring back up. Wonderful. Breathe out and lower. Breathe out and lift. Keep that length through the chest. Breathe out and lower. It's the final time. Breathe out and lift. Ooh, tricky there. Excellent. Return feet to the mat. Rolling onto the side. So we're now in that side plank position. And from here, we're going to progress and come up into a side kneeling position. So if we're kneeling on one leg, our knee is directly underneath our hips. Place that hand underneath the shoulder and extend the top leg out. From here, we're keeping our hips stacked over each other and our shoulders stacked over each other also. We're going to raise our top leg. Just take a moment. My laptop seems to be glitching. Apologies for that. So taking a moment, we're extending this leg up to hip height and we're placing our head on our neck or head. Hand on our head, forgive me. Flex feet. We're going to kick forwards, keeping that hip stable as far as you can, point toe and extend back. Flex and kick. Try and keep that foot hip level, point and pull back. Flex and kick, point and pull back. Back to the center. Flex the foot, and here we're going to lift and lower all the way down. Breathe out and lift, lower, all the way down. Keep that nice line. Lift and lower, lift and center. Point the toe. Going to do 5 small circles. 1, 2, 3. So keep that stability. 4, 5. Pause and retrace. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower back down. Let's switch sides. So there's a distinct difference between, if you're returning to this class, between your 3/4 plank position in your side laying exercises and then this side box position. You can really feel the difference, especially in the glutes. So let's prepare ourselves. Get that leg outright, shoulders over the hands, and get that knee underneath the hip and keep everything nice and stacked. Hand in position, get yourself ready, lift and flex foot, kick forward, point and extend backwards, flex and kick, looking good, point and pull back, find the one, flex and kick, point and pull back, bring it to center, flex and lift and lower. You can see my position shifted slightly. Lift and lower. You want to keep the hip underneath or above the knee. Lift and lower. Final lift, lift and back to center. Point that toe. Nice small circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back down. Coming onto all fours. Shift the weight back and just extend the arms and rest. Just stretch here. Hold this stretch. Coming up, back into that side laying position. From here, holding that 3/4 plank position on the forearms. So there's 2 options here. We can do our side bridge from this 3/4 plank position, or we're going into fully extended legs. We've got 3 pulses on this side and then we're going to switch. So side laying position. Let's just turn this down a little bit. So that side laying position. On the breath out, we're keeping the hips stacked and lifting all the way up. Extend the hand overhead and stretch. So lifting the hip and stretching all the way. As we come back down, outside of our shins touching the mat, and then back up. Big stretch, reach and lift. Keep that nice line. On the breath out, coming down, outside of the shins touching the mat, and back up. One final time, coming all the way down, and change inside. Excellent. So from a 3/4 plank position, it's just the outside of the thighs that's touching. From this full half plank position, it's the outside of the shins. Get yourself ready for the next lift. Set yourself up. As you breathe out, lift, extend and reach. Coming down halfway and lift. Keep going and down and lift. Stretch. We're almost there. Keep that nice line and coming down. Beautiful. Laying on your front, rest your head on your hands just for a moment. For the next position, we're coming up onto all fours, shifting our knees just behind our hips a little bit, and from here we're going into our swan dive. So we're starting from the top, from the 3/4 plank position. I want you to shift your knees, your hips, down towards the mat, keeping that chest lifted, and come back up. Push back into that child's pose. So we're just prepping the upper phase of this swan dive, and come back up and over. Push hips down, lift the chest, and shift the weight back onto your heels and up. Now as you push your hips down to the ground, chest up, I want you to pull the belly button into the spine and scoop it up so you've got nice tight abs. While we're here, holding in this position, our back is helping to stabilize, and we're pressing our feet down into the mat. I want you to bring those feet together now, so legs are nice and strong together, and we're preparing for a swan dive, removing our hands from this position and rolling onto our bellies, coming back up. So let's do one repetition. In 3, 2, breathe in, 1, exhale and lift, coming back up. Breathing in and out, lift and back up. 3, 2, lift and back up. Let's do 2 more. 3, 2, lift and back up. Final one, keeping those abs tight. 3 and lift and back up. Beautiful. Shift your weight back onto your heels. Just get a little bit of a stretch here. Excellent. Shift your weight forwards onto your belly. From here, forehead on the mat. Tuck the chin slightly. Keep the length in the neck. Bring your hands behind your back, clasping the fingers together. Press your thighs down into the mat, abs nice and tight. And on the next breath out, we're lifting the chest, extending the hands backwards. Lift and extend. Keep the neck long, chin tucked. On the next breath out, come back down. We're going to do 2 kicks with the right foot. Pulling the heel back, kick 1, 2, and back down. Repeat on the opposite side. 1, 2, and back down. Single leg kicks. Deep breath in, lifting the chest as you breathe out, and lift. Stretch hands back and down. Returning hands to the base of the back. Next breath out, single leg kick. 1, 2, and back. Keeping the abs tight, opposite side. 1, 2, and back. Breathe in, lift, and down. Final single leg kicks. 1, 2. Opposite side. 1, 2. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Coming up, shift the weight back onto your heels. And just relax and rest. Hold in this position. Just take a moment to focus on the breathing here. Tuck the hips under to stretch out the lower back as we round off this session. Slowly come back up into a seated position and give yourselves a pat on the back and a round of applause. Well done. Beautiful class. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot of different elements to this that we've progressed on compared to some of our past classes. Give me a thumbs up, give me some big love hearts, and yeah, you're free to enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next time, I shall catch you all later. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace.